Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren and I think it's time to update my list of add-ons that I'm currently using in Legion. So this list is going to go over all the add-ons I'm currently using, why I'm using them, and this add-on list is going to only feature add-ons that are prevalent for PvP. I have a few other add-ons that I am using, but not all of them encounter for PvP. So let's get on to it. The one that everybody keeps asking me about is the unit frames and why the health bars are so thick, why can I see the health bar. I'm actually using an older add-on called Unit Frames Improved. There are a few add-ons a lot like it. I think Get Frames is very similar to it, but I prefer Unit Frames because I've been using it for the longest time, and I'm the kind of person that doesn't like change to begin with, so I just stick with Unit Frames. The fatter health bars makes them that much easier for anybody who is very visual in terms of seeing who you're going to be playing against or playing with. If you just literally clicking and targeting any enemies or friendlies around you, it just shows you the health bar of the enemy with their class color, so you can see exactly what class they are. Figuring out their spec is a whole nother story, but usually class color at least tells me some bits of information without me having to do a lot of thinking. And then the fatter health bar just let me see the enemy's health, as it also displays the health bar at all times. It kind of just comes with the add-on, so you don't have to really mess with the settings within World of Warcraft. A very fun and a handy add-on. Then we also have Gladius, which is probably the best add-on for tracking health, DRs, trinkets in arenas, and usually has great people updating the add-on, and they update pretty often. When Legion first came out, there wasn't really a DR for between the eyes because the stun permanent was a little weird. Then there was a mishap with the trinkets because now there's 3 types of trinkets, but the guys behind Gladius took literally a couple days in order to update the add-on and add all the extra DR tracking. So if there are any bugs or any mishaps, the guys behind Gladius continue to update the add-on. Another add-on that I've been using in the past that I stopped using was S Arena, which is the alternative to Gladius. I like Gladius more because it shows you a lot more information. It shows you the cast of the enemy, the health bars in nice detail. It shows DRs to precise numbers. It shows the trinkets to a precise number. And I feel like it's an add-on that a lot of PvPers who want to get better in Arena should get early on. As you get that add-on early, you get used to the UI, you get used to the setup, and then you can kind of orientate without really having to look at the add-on intently. The next add-on I got for you is Bartender, which is great for customization of your UI. I found the original Blizzard UI a little bit daunting. I didn't really like it. I played with it for the longest time, but I felt like, something was off. And as soon as I was able to centralize my bars towards the middle of the screen, with my unit frames also being there, I found the game a lot easier to play because everything I need to monitor for my DRs, for my CC, for my cooldowns, I'm able to just look down and see all my abilities. I'm able to look forward, look a little left, and see my unit frames, right, see the enemy unit frames, and I'm able to customize it. So I think one of the greatest parts about World of Warcraft is the customization, and for me personally, it has helped tremendously when it comes to PvP. So what I like to do is put like a car dashboard style for my UI, and Bartender was perfect for it because it allowed me all kinds of customization for my UI, and I definitely recommend anybody a Bartender style add-on so you yourself can customize your own UI, because you'll be surprised. I know the Blizzard UI is a fairly decent looking UI, but you'll be surprised how much difference customized UIs can do for you. I also have an add-on called Save Queue, and this one is really just so I don't accidentally hit decline in Arena, because I've done that a little bit too many times. There's not a big story, it's simply we'll try to push rating. I think it was like the first time I was trying to get to 1850, and I accidentally hit decline, and my Arena partner was like, fam, you better get Save Queue. So I've had Save Queue since. It just makes it that much easier because I'm the kind of person that if I see a, I guess, prompt on the screen from anything Blizzard related or an invite, I have an automatic urge to hit decline, mainly because I'm a very antisocial person with a shitty personality, but I just hit decline, so there's not a lot I can do about it. So I got the add-on, and now I don't ever hit decline because I cannot. You have to actually go to the map and you have to find the eyeball in the top right corner. You have to right click it and hit leave queue if you actually want to leave queue. So it puts a few extra steps, but it just makes it that much easier for me in terms of convenience. Then I also have Trophy GCD, which is really there for the viewer, it's not there for me. So what Trophy GCD does, it'll actually just look at all the abilities I'm using and it'll display them on the screen. It's actually a fairly in-depth add-on, and it can show a lot more information. It can show your information, your target's information, your set focus information, your set focus targets information, your party information, your enemy information. Like I can actually display my abilities, my target's abilities, abilities of everybody in my party, and abilities of everybody we are versing against. So is that broad of an add-on, which is awesome. It's a great add-on, and if anybody is using it in order to, like, while you're streaming or making YouTube videos, or if you're making a guide, True Fiji City can definitely help you. But for your average viewer, it doesn't do much. Although I did want to point it out because I do have it, and this is something you can use in arenas. Let's say you're trying to figure out what abilities enemies are using, and you're somebody who likes to see a lot of data and a lot of abilities on the screen. You want to see when the rogue is using Vendetta, so you can actually apply it for your enemy bar, so that it will actually show you where the rogue is and when they're using Vendetta. So it's actually quite handy in a few situations. I also have Quartz, which is great for anybody who is a caster, but I myself am not a caster, although this add-on is still fairly helpful. I simply didn't like the Blizzard casting bar. I mean, it's alright, it's like the Blizzard UI, it's fairly well done, but it wasn't, just simply was not to my personal liking. I wasn't really sure what about it, but the Quartz gives you a fatter bar so you can see it easier and you can change the size of it. It gives you a clear icon of the spell, and I'm somebody who remembers abilities by icons fairly well, so for me it's easier to recognize if it's a Frostbolt or a Glacial Spike. So it's just that much easier for me to orientate visually when it comes to what abilities are coming in, what casts are coming in. It also has the feature to watch for your MS. If you've ever been in the past, maybe you have bad internet or you had bad internet in the past, there have been moments where, let's say you're casting a mount while you have bad internet, you're trying to bring up your mount, and then you stop the cast about 75% in, and you can just hit W to start moving, and then your character will just maybe take like half a second and it will still mount, because the game with poor MS did trigger the ability of you are mounting, you're kind of waiting for your mount to get back up and running, and then it accounts for your MS, so it does prompt you the mount even though you didn't complete the cast. So this is something you can use if you have poor MS, or if you're somebody who wants to do arenas. You can utilize this MS information in order to stop enemies cast through kicks, gouges, or any other CC, or even stop your own cast because you know you casted enough of a way for the ability to go through, so you can kind of account for the MS that you are playing with. It's actually a fairly well designed add-on in terms of just how much detail it offers you, but I personally do like it for the bars that it offers because they're very easy to see. They have the icon on the side, and they're just customizable. That's the best part of it, is just the fact that you can customize them to go anywhere you want them to. I also have SCADA, which isn't really a PvP related one, but can help you in PvP. SCADA is like recount. It'll basically just watch all my abilities that I'm using. It'll coordinate the damage, how much damage I did, crits, the maximum damage, the lowest damage. So I can use this kind of data gathering to find different types of information. Like for example, I can see what abilities are hitting all that hard. If let's say I'm playing with a different build, I can see what abilities are hitting hard in that build. If a certain ability combination actually prompts me a damage increase. So this is something just basically for data gathering. The more data you can gather, the more you can do with that data. So that's basically what this add-on is for. And you'll be surprised how much theory crafting you can accomplish when it comes to simply data gathering in World of Warcraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this add-on video. This is all the add-ons that I'm currently using that actually do benefit me for PvP. Again, there are a few add-ons that I do have that are PvE centric, or the ones that I didn't feel were PvP heavy, but this is what I'm currently using. You don't have to copy my UI, but if you want to copy my add-ons and customize your own UI and get a similar experience of what you see on my videos, you're more than welcome to. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in the next one.